black toggle switch.
So
In the very back.
Is that like the first thing
Yep.
we gotta set up?
You would turn that on. So go ahead. You can turn it on.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're gonna flick the switch.
Yep.
That turns on the control unit.
Okay.
At the very bottom is your battery. It's an uninterrupted power supply.
Gotcha. Okay.
That has a 60-minute travel life.
Okay.
It always has to stay plugged in, preferably red outlet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
If by chance you want to look, you have green lights. If you don't have green lights and one of them is amber, that's fine. If it's red and it's solid, that means that the battery may be running out soon. So you want to just give us a call.
Okay.
Okay. If the battery does not work for some reason, you may not be able to use it during transport, but in the very back is a plug. You can unplug from the back and plug directly into a wall once you get up to the ICU. Okay, so that eliminates that process of the battery.
Okay.
So when you turn the screen on, this is what you see. Okay, I have my demo connected right now. So let's just do this. This is normally what you'd see.
Okay.
And when you turn it on.
Okay.
Okay, so basically it's asking you to connect the MSD and the IDDC.
MSD and the IDDC.
Correct.
Okay.
And what that is, IDDC, Intelligent Drug Delivery Catheter. So we connect that. Once you connect it, the red circle disappears.
Okay.
It means that there's a connection.
Okay.
Same thing with the black one, the ultrasonic wire, MSD, microsonic device. That's now connected.
Okay.
So when you look at the whole big blue box, the big blue box is the control unit here. The gray cable, that is this. The CIC clip, connector interface cable, and you connect these two. So once you have them all connected, you have your fluids, 35 cc's per hour for normal saline, your TPA, say 1 milligram per hour, and whatever you prefer to run through the sidearm sheath, whether it be heparinized saline,
Okay.
protocol, and so forth. Okay.
So normally this is just a demo.
Yeah, this is my simulator.
But so this would be attached to the catheter
Correct.
itself.
This
Okay.
is right. So we have all our fluids hooked up, right? And we're ready to hit start.
Okay, so even before we get to, so you hit start, but the order in which these are done, I mean, I know that Paul, who works here, said everything should be pre-done in here, that all you have to do is hit like C or one of the arrows and it'll automatically have the drip rate in there.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that or not, but like...
These are brawn. Yes. Yes, I believe they have them all preset for like ultra plays. I think.
Yeah, rate 50 cc's an hour. Now that must be the... I'm not sure if
That
that's just
might be
IV
your
fluid
TPA.
or TPA.
That
Okay.
might be your TPA because some facilities actually run it higher.
Okay.
Our minimum is 5, our max is 35.
Actually, TPA, can you hold that for 1 second?
Sure.
I want to drop it. So the TPA is on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So TPA is 25.
25. So that's going to be your 10 and 250.
Right.
And then,
And then this
normal
one?
saline.
Normal
That'll
saline.
be your coolant. That's going to be going at 35, so it's preset. And then these are probably set for your sheaths, more likely.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This one here is just heparin.
And that could be whatever rate you prefer. We don't recommend necessarily, but
Okay.
if you want to keep it sub-therapeutic, keep it under 1,000 milligrams per hour.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep it therapeutic, obviously above.
Now, do they know how to set like the fluid bags up? Like, where do they go? And here's like, where's the actual pump mechanism that they attach to? It's inside here, or?
Yeah, these
Like-
pop open,
Okay.
I believe. Open door. Hit yes.
Good.
So your door opens,
And they know how to.
and
they should
they'll
know how to
pump
put
it
that
right.
in there.
Now they'll have their bags preset, and make sure that they have extensions on each one.
On each bag, yeah.
Mhm.
So the bag will be hanging here, come through here, and then the end of it will go to whatever we're hooking
Correct.
it up to. So,
Mhm.
all right.
And we'll go over the catheter, and I'll go over the settings and everything for that
Okay.
too. So you have this all set,
Gotcha.
and then they're ready for transport once
Okay.
you have everything hooked up. Of course, we're going backwards. We're going to talk about the catheter itself now, if you like.
Yeah, let's do
Do you have any other questions about
Nope.
this?
Nope, catheter time.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you demo the catheter while you talk me through it, and I'll just kind of...
Okay, one other thing prior, if you're doing an arterial case, or say the patient needs a bedside echo, you can hit this yellow stop button that will pause.
Okay.
The little icon right here shows that it paused. After 5 minutes, it will give a double beep.
Okay.
That's all it's going to do. They have to remember to hit start again. And I always tell the ICUs, if you come into the room every hour, your neural check, neurologically intact, patient's fine. If there's no yellow blinking light, hit start. All else fails, hit start. Look for the yellow blinking light.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Okay.
And if you want, I can go over an alarm if you like.
No.
Okay. Usually they'll be your ICUs and so forth. They'll know exactly what to do. So obviously your catheter comes in a box. 2 parts to it. Right?
There's the working length, which is 135.
Treatment zone is 50.
And that's standard. Right? 50 is like the biggest.
Yep. And
Okay.
a 6 French, you need at least a 6 French. Our device is a 5.4 over the wire advancement.
Gotcha.
Okay. You need at least a 260 exchange, whatever wire you prefer. Okay. It comes in 2 separate sections here.
Okay.
They come in the carrier like this. So I always tell the OR people or whoever's prepping the catheter, place it down, left hand on this section right here, right hand, peel, and it's going to be hard the first time.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to peel it away.
Okay.
Okay, just solid hand hold here. Okay. Now pull out the demo. I didn't get a chance to really have everything set, but within the carriage, let's just go from start like you said. I'm going to pull everything out. So, when they open it up, they will have the black and the gray. Let's untangle this here a little bit. We normally have this for the demos, and I tie that to the control unit so it doesn't get run over by anything. Okay, there we go. So they pull it out of the carriage. If they pull it out of the carriage, this is going to be the whole catheter.
Okay.
When they prep, let's do it as if they're going to prep. And go here.
So they're going to prep it that's still inside.
Right, and the reason for that is when they go to prime the drug port, that whole treatment zone is going to squirt fluid out.
Oh,
so
so you
why
want
get
it to
anybody
stay
wet?
inside.
Right.
Okay, that's
and
the
this
reason.
way it keeps it nice and moist within the chamber until you're ready for the device.
Okay.
Once you open this up, have them put a 3-way stopcock, one on the drug and one on the coolant.
So the drug is, which
The
one's
red,
the drug?
the red,
Okay, so one on the drug and one on the coolant. Yep.
one on the coolant.
Yep.
I always have them prep the drug port first.
Okay.
So they're going to flush forward.
With saline, heparin saline, yep.
Yep. 2 to 3 cc's.
Okay.
Turn it to the off position. That is now a closed system.
Perfect, yep.
Coolant, you're going to flush forward again, but cover up the guide wire port where the guide wire comes
Otherwise, it's
out.
going to come back.
It'll squirt back at you.
Okay.
Just in case sometimes there,
Yeah.
some of the fluids that you're using, you can have some blood on there. Just to make sure you don't squirt anybody. Okay? So you flush forward, then you turn the coolant port to the off position.
Okay, so
Okay.
easy so far.
Then you pull it out of the chamber.
Then over the wire.
Right.
To the
So
treatment
more than
zone.
likely, say if you're doing a DVT, you may have a Berenstain or company.
Yep.
So you just remove that catheter, keeping the 260 exchange wire in place.
Yep.
Advance our wire up and over. So you have a proximal and a distal marker for the treatment zone. So this is a 50.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look real close, you could see a little microscopic wire in there. Those are little sensors.
Okay.
That's if there happens to be an alarm or if it picks up temperature changes or any fluctuations of anything, it will send it to the control unit, pause the ultrasound, and give an alarm.
Okay.
That's the whole purpose of that.
Okay.
But proximal and distal marker, treatment zone.
Right. And so if you hold that to my leg, I can treat, you know, if it was a tibial, although I wouldn't treat a tibial most likely with that.
No.
But if pop, I can go from like pop to common
Absolutely.
with that whole area.
Yes.
Okay.
And for arterial, I'll show you a little trick too that we go over if you like.
Okay.
So proximal and distal markers. Coolant comes out the very distal end. So once you advance this up and over the wire, you will have the ultrasonic wire within its little carriage, okay, prepped and ready to go too. They'll prep it within inside the chamber, and they
Okay.
will flush from the inner portion here
Okay.
to bathe the ultrasonic wire.
Okay. So then, so after
3-4 cc's.
So then we take the ultrasound wire. Yep.
So
And then at this point, so the catheter's in place. We take the wire out, and now
Yes.
it's just the catheter. Right.
right, and if you have an arterial case, if you're up and over, and sometimes they can be real tight, I suggest that you attach a 10 cc or a 20 cc syringe to the coolant port.
To the coolant port. Okay.
Just in case if you're advancing, because I'll show you in our brochure, if you're advancing and you feel any resistance at all, pull back a couple of centimeters, start flushing the coolant port. Of course, some of the water will come out here,
Okay.
but as you're advancing,
It
you
might make it
it
easier.
may expand because there's tracks, three
Okay.
tracks within our device.
Okay.
And it may expand that catheter to allow our ultrasonic wire to traverse a little easier.
Okay.
Because after a 30 centimeter device, I'll show you too, you can't really see them that well, but each one of these little